Hello and welcome to Unmasking Mum, the podcast. I am your host, Ana Bonasera. This is the podcast where late diagnosed people get to relate to the musings of other fellow ADHDers. I want this podcast to be all about answering the questions that you might have, you might be thinking, you might be researching. So if there is a question that we haven't yet discussed, please do let me know. Today, we're going to be talking about black and white thinking, okay? Now, there's different ways of talking about black and white thinking, but we are specifically going to be talking about in terms of mindset and how we see ourselves, okay? That black and white thinking of when you think someone is looking at you and they're judging you, for example. You create a narrative in your head, your stories that you come up with. You think of all the bad things you've ever done. You think of all of the negatives about the way you look or how you present yourself, or that one time where you said something and you laughed and you snorted and then everyone else just stared at you and you think that everyone remembers that moment. Very much rejection sensitivity dysphoria, RSD, if you haven't heard of it. The rejection or perceived rejection that we think we are receiving. And most of the time, it's made up in our minds. And our brains always jump to the negative. And it's a coping mechanism from way back when. We're trying to keep ourselves safe because our bodies feel like we're being attacked. So we go into survival mode and we think the worst case scenario and we try to protect ourselves by thinking negative things. Doesn't really make sense, really, does it? But we're trying to keep ourselves safe. But that is very black and white. There is the black, which is the negative. And then we have people who try and tell us to just think positive. Just change the story into a positive. So if it's like, I'm a bad mum, I'm a bad mum, I'm a bad mum, I'm a bad mum, black thinking. That's the story we create because we forgot that our child's coat happened this morning to me. I'm a bad mum, I'm a bad mum. Luckily, I had a coat in the car, by the way. Thank God for the floor drobe of the car, saving me sometimes, especially on a busy morning when I literally didn't have time to go home. Anyway, side quest. I'm a bad mum. I'm a bad mum, thinking I'm a bad mum. Now, the positive to that is I'm a good mum. The white thinking, I'm a good mum. But sometimes it's really hard to jump from that black to the white, from the bad to the good. Like, there needs to be an in-between, which is what I'm going to be calling the grey area. I'm aware it's a series on BBC, but we're going to use the phrase. I don't think BBC can sue me. Hopefully not. The grey area, the in-between, the bridge from the bad to the good. We're going from the bad and we're going to make our way over to the good. It might take us a bloody long time. It might be a whole hell of a journey. But what's the middle for you? And what I always like to use when I was doing my confidence coaching, and had statement teas, I'm a trying my best mum. And that is like the best thing I've ever come up with. And it's an affirmation that I like to use now, right? So if you have these constant thoughts of, I'm a bad mum, I'm a bad mum, I'm a bad mum, and you can't jump to I'm a good mum, I'm a good mum. Find your in-between. I'm a trying my best mum. Let's think of some other examples, shall we? Okay, here's one. Productivity. I did nothing today. I'm so lazy. I'm terrible. I am just so lazy. Don't do anything. All these things. I'm lazy. I'm terrible. I'm a failure. Now, that's the black. The white might be, I am productive. I am successful. Whatever, the big jump is. A big jump. What could be the grey area? I did what I could with the energy I have. The grey, the in-between, the bridge that's getting us to thinking more positively in our beautiful brains that are a little bit, need just a little bit of a, pat. The home. Woo! We were talking about this last night on the ADHD Mum Club monthly call. We were talking about this. We were saying about our homes, our messy homes. Organisation is a real big struggle for me. Not everyone, not all the ADHDers. I wish I was one of those ADHDers who was super organised, super clean. Unfortunately, I'm not. But I live in a mess. My house is a mess. I'm so unorganised. I'm terrible. Black thinking. White thinking. Maybe it's fine. It's all fine. It's good. Grey thinking. We live in a working house. That's what I like to call it. A working house. Like working dogs. A working house. Same with my car. It's a working car. Doesn't need to be perfect. But if you really want to try and motivate yourself to do stuff, you could just be like, I'm going to focus on one small area at a time, one thing at a time. I'm going to focus on one thing at a time, one small area, one thing. You pick. When your children are having a meltdown or your children just having a really hard time and people maybe are looking towards your parenting. Yeah, had that before? I have definitely felt that judgment, whether it was real or perceived as judgment. The idea of that my child's behaviour is due to my parenting. We know that's not true, really. It's not a parenting thing. Then you're a divergent. It's very hard. It's different. So the opposite, the white thinking might be, I'm an amazing parent. I know exactly what I'm doing. But let's face it, most of the time, we probably don't know exactly what we're doing. And that's okay. And that's okay to admit. Always learning on this journey. I mean, 13 years into being a parent, and I'm definitely still learning. And that could be a grey area. Every day is a school day. I'm still learning. I'm still finding my feet. But you have the best interests at heart. That's the thing. You know? This is hard. Admitting it's hard. Every day is a school day. Every day we're learning. Every day is a step forward. Might feel like 10 steps behind, to be fair, most days. So maybe not every day is a step forward. But every day we're trying. I have this one a lot. Emotional. I'm too emotional. I'm so emotional. Emotions overspilling, overflowing. I'm too emotional. The white thinking might be, I have control of my emotions. I'm completely in control of my emotions. But let's face it, especially if you've got ADHD, that is probably a big fat lie. Maybe, I don't know, will that ever happen? Will it ever happen? The grey area could be, I am emotional. I am impulsive. My emotions are impulsive. I'm aware. I reflect. That's the important thing, the reflection part. Reflecting. I'm learning. That's the thing. We're learning still on the job. We're like reparenting ourselves, understanding our neurodivergence, learning how to regulate our emotions, and then small people, small human or quite tall humans now, if in my house, we're learning. That's always the thing. That's a common theme in these, isn't it? The idea of we're learning. You know, this is the first time we've lived too. Heard that quite a few times. It's the first time we're alive too. It's the first time I'm parenting too. But not being afraid to say sorry though, when things don't go how we would like them to. I like this one. This is funny. My ADHD ruins everything. Black thinking, white thinking. My ADHD is a superpower. But I really don't see ADHD as a superpower right now. Maybe it would do if I was diagnosed originally and I, had a handle on it from day, 5-year-old or whatever. But realistically, it's not a superpower to me. And I can find it debilitating being ADHD. I like to say, I'm learning to work with my brain, not against it. I'm learning to work with my brain and not against it. Because the things of ADHD is we're just, like we said earlier, we're having to relearn. So yes, it causes a lot of issues, but there are things we can do to learn. And the last one for now, if you've had a really hard day and it's been an awful day, it's been a terrible day, and you just keep saying that to yourself, the opposite would be, it's amazing. Today was fine. Just ignore it. It's fine. It was fine. It was fine. Today was fine. The middle, the grey area could be tomorrow's a new day. Acknowledge today was hard. Let's start again tomorrow. But I also think when one thing goes wrong, we can kind of spiral. So having an in-between for that as well. So yes, this was a challenging morning. It does not mean I have to have a shit rest of the day. So put it to bed and we go. I hope you found that useful. That is the end of the episode for today. If you found it useful, please do share, subscribe, leave a comment. Would really appreciate any love you can give the podcast to get it out there to other people and to help keep me motivated. It's lovely to hear your kind words and that it's actually making a difference to you. So even if you're just DMing me, I love it. Thank you so much. Honestly, I like doing this. I'm being quite consistent. I'm doing well so far. Fingers crossed, long may it continue. After that routine one we had last week, keeping up this new routine of doing my podcast every week. It's given me a bit of motivation and stuff to talk about. So it's lovely. Yes, brilliant. Love it. Thank you so much. Until next time, I will see you then. You've been listening to Unmasking Mum, the podcast, and I'm Ana Bonasera. Thank you so much. Bye.